Hi, this is Taxi's Chronicles and I'm your host, Simon Rushton. Today we have a lovely lady. She's just had her hair done and she's in the media business. So over to you. So, you're happy you got your hair done?
Oh my God.
Are you happy? Was it the experience that you were longing for?
No.
After those 3 months of quarantine?
Well, basically, my hairdresser is my friend, or rather, she's my boyfriend's friend.
Okay.
And she's just been colouring my hair for ages. And I really like her, so we always have a giggle. So it's really nice to see her.
Oh.
But I didn't see very much of her because literally she was covered head to toe in PPE.
Really?
And she's totally paranoid. She's wearing a mask and a shield, and I had to wear a mask and gloves. And not only like the cape that you wear when you get your hair cut, but then another plastic one on top of that as well. So, I mean, and it's ironic because I think she's given me my hottest hair ever. Which is why I'm being so joyful.
Okay, that's
because she's given me seriously hot hair, but it was a seriously unsexy experience.
Okay, well, when they say pain is beauty or beauty
no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
No, but usually it's really fun. We have a coffee. Her husband makes like scrambled eggs on toast.
Okay.
But there was none of that this time.
None of it. It's
None of that.
Strictly business.
Strictly business. But we did have a nice time. But yeah, strictly business.
Okay.
Yeah. 3 months of lockdown. 3 inches of grey.
So, so have you been on lockdown by yourself or with
No,
your partner?
My partner and my 3-year-old.
You didn't want to kill your partner at any time at all. You didn't look at him and think, I could get away with it.
No, do you know what? I don't mean to sound smug. Honestly, I don't. But it's been a very loving, very calm lockdown for us. It's been a very positive experience.
Okay.
I know, and one can't always say that. Don't get me wrong, we've had a couple of humdingers. And once I've looked at him and gone, this is boring. But only once. Other than that, it's been super good. It's been really nice. No, we haven't argued. Also, we're very lucky we have a shed where we can work.
Oh, so you put him in the shed
So,
and you get annoyed?
Well, we know he's... No, as in we're both working full time still.
Okay.
And one of us works in the shed and one of us works in the house.
Okay.
So we're not on top of each other at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah, which is really good.
So if you have a shed, you have a garden?
It's a garden, but it's not got grass in it. It's unpaved. So when we were at home with the kids, with the 3-year-old, it was not like we could go and hang out in the garden because there was nowhere to massively sit comfortably. But yeah, we've got outside space and we can sit and have lunch outside, which is nice.
Did you do the whole lockdown or did you sneak out at times?
No, we were really good about it. We were good.
That's good.
He did all the shopping.
Okay.
Once a week he'd go and do a great big shop somewhere, and I went out like once a day to exercise. But no, we were really good. Pardon?
Are you a jogger?
Well, I've got bad knees, so not a massive jogger, no. Little bit of a jogging. Should we try not to die?
Yes,
No, we'd have to do a little bit of jogging, but not in a very... I wouldn't look impressive if you saw me running down the road.
Okay.
I'd look like an out-of-breath person who's sort of halfway between walking and jogging.
Alright.
But I do that because it's good for me, and I cycle once a week. I'm a Regent's Park rider.
Okay.
Proud to be.
I didn't even know there's such a thing.
Nor do I, I've just made it up. But I cycle around Regent's Park going, I'm a Regent's Park rider, but also I have quite a rubbish bike. Or rather, it's a very pretty... No, it's not Boris' bike. I've got a very pretty bike that I cycle to work. But it's not... It's got a basket, yeah. It's yellow and it's got a basket. And it's definitely not designed to go fast. So all the other Regent's Park riders kind of literally whiz past me. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of pootling along in my pretty yellow bike with my basket. I'm happy. That's my exercise and it's all good.
That's all that matters. A feel-good exercise.
Feel-good exercise. Get a bit dressed up, Okay. So get on the bike and off we go. So yeah, we've been quite good during the lockdown actually.
Now, you say you've been working through the lockdown.
Yeah.
What is it that you do?
So I am an executive producer for drama. So I have been developing new ideas and scripts with writers.
Okay.
Yeah.
You done anything that we all know about?
Yep, I had a show on the BBC in late January this year, a film called The Windermere Children.
Windermere Children.
Yeah, about Holocaust survivors. A Holocaust film, British Holocaust film.
Oh, okay.
So that was making that all of last year, and then it was on at the end of January this year.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, yesterday I had to give a talk about it to a group of people, which normally is like a luncheon, annual luncheon. I was invited to speak, but I had to do the luncheon down Zoom,
Mm-hmm.
which was just really weird. Giving a talk to 100 people into the void was quite bizarre,
Okay.
but it went all right, I think.
Yeah, well, it saves you some journey. It saves you a journey.
Saves me some journey. What about you? Have you been Ubering during lockdown?
Yes, I have.
Have you all the way through?
Yep. I only had 2 days off, and those were different times, and so I was just actually physically exhausted.
Right.
So if you think of it, it's like working, 3 months.
Yeah.
2 days off.
So why did you do that?
It's money.
I know, but why didn't you have any days off?
Because you work less, you're earning less money.
Right.
So you've got to be out there more.
Yeah.
And then also the nurses, the doctors, all these people needed to get around, and everything
Yeah.
was shut down. So it's like you could say a civil service duty.
Yeah.
To try and get them from A to B.
Yeah.
And then people seem to forget there's people at home who need to get rushed to the hospital as well.
So you're doing all of those journeys as well?
So I was doing all
Gosh.
the academic journeys.
Did you have any bad experiences? Any nerve-wracking experiences?
Nah. I'm ex-military, so.
Oh, are you? What did you
do? Really bother me.
Right.
In those respects.
What, when you say ex-military?
I was in the Marines.
Were you?
Yeah. So.
Doing what?
Fighting. Oh, sorry. But what did you? All right. We was in tour-wise, we was in Afghanistan.
Right.
So we did 2 tours of Afghanistan. Yeah. Done various different jobs and stuff like that. You know.
What job did you do in the Marines?
Well, I've done just a normal like infanteer.
Yeah.
And I've done the landing crafts, so coxswain.
Right.
Yeah. And I've been a driver before as well.
Yeah.
Which is where I got all my licenses from.
Right.
Yeah.
And when did you get back?
Well, I left after my last tour, and that's about 2011 and stuff.
And why did you decide to leave?
It's a young boy's game.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So do they sort of politely say,
no,
you're getting a bit old,
no,
or do you just decide?
When you're giving it your best, and there's some 18-year-old who smokes and drinks, and you don't, and they're beating you in a race, or you're struggling to keep up, you know it's the time.
Fair enough.
Your ticket's up.
Yeah.
Your ticket's up. You know, you can always work. Doesn't mean you can't get your fitness back and stuff, but when you get injured, it takes longer to recover.
Yeah.
Impact things have more damage when other younger age. There's a reason that they put the average military personnel is like 15 3/4 to 25.
Right.
If you see what I mean. Yeah, so.
They take people in at 15 3/4?
Yeah, when you get your national insurance number.
Wow.
Yeah. And stuff.
So are you still in touch with the people that you were fighting with?
Oh, I thought you've been fighting against.
Sorry. Before I kill you, can I just take your number just in case you survive?
Yeah, some of them, but everybody's on Facebook nowadays. So if you want to talk to someone, you talk to them on Facebook and things like that. But so how long have you been in your industry?
A long time. 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, more than 20 years.
Oh, youth is on your side.
This is what people tell me. I'm very lucky. Right. No, I'm in my mid-40s.
Oh, so you're about the same age as me then?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Well, how old are you?
I'm 44.
44. I've got a year on you.
Okay. And you just had a 3-year-old now?
Yeah.
You are really on the boundaries, aren't you?
We literally, it's like, It was like that scene in Indiana Jones when the door's coming down and he has to get his... he scrabbles his hat from underneath.
Yeah.
That's what it was for me.
So
I was like, met my boyfriend, I was like, right. last minute.
Yeah. So do you regret leaving it till the last minute? Would you, or do you, like, did you want more than one child?
Oh, that's a very personal question. Well, it's a mixture of lots of. It's not a straightforward answer, I don't think.
Okay.
I met my boyfriend when I was 39. 39 and a half. And 39 and a half and 4 days and 7 hours and counting. And like, I was at the time thinking maybe I should try and have a child of my own. Not necessarily because I was like desperate for a child, but I kind of knew I did want a child at some point, and I just had to face the fact that I was approaching 40, and if I didn't do it on my own, it might not happen.
Okay.
So I was kind of investigating that quite seriously. In fact, to the point where I went to a party with a friend, and we were sort of sitting on the sofa drinking mulled wine, getting quite drunk, talking about the merits or otherwise of having a baby on your own. And this guy walked past and my friend went, "Oh, you, I think I recognise you." And she sort of dragged him over. And by that point I was also like, I'm not interested in having boyfriends anymore anyway. They're a waste of time. They never go anywhere. I might as well have a child of my own. That was my thinking. And she brought this boy over and they got chatting, and I was like literally not looking at him at all. I was like, I'm not interested. Even if he's attractive, I'm not interested because I'm going to have a child of my own.
Okay. So she was talking to him on your behalf?
I don't think she even was talking to my mum. She genuinely thought she recognised him. It turned out that she did recognise him.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out that her mum used to shop in his mum's shop. Right, but we didn't find that out for a long time afterwards.
Okay.
So basically she's like chatting, and every time I looked over I was thinking, he does have quite a nice smile. And he has got twinkly eyes.
Barriers are just crumbling.
They just started to crumble, but I was still thinking there's no point, it never works out anyway. Even if I like him, he won't like me, or it won't work out, or there'll be something. It'll be a nutcase. So my friend went to the loo, and as soon as she went to the loo, we started flirting.
Okay.
And when we said goodbye, and meanwhile, it turned out that we had a sort of professional connection. It turned out that he might have the right skill set to work on the job that I was working on at the time.
Okay.
So at the end of the evening, he gave me his business card and he said, "You've got my number now. I expect you to use it."
Yeah.
Which was like the classiest chat-up line, and also the cheesiest that I'd ever heard.
Yeah.
Anyway, me and my friend Katie walked home, and she said, "I really like him. I think we should make him our friend." And I said, "I think I quite fancy him. I'm going to try and make him my boyfriend." She was like, "Cool." So we constructed the text. Stamps. Exactly. Boom, boom. Exactly. Boyfriend, friend. Easy.
Yeah.
And literally, that was it. So meanwhile, I still trying to think nothing of it. Still was investigating options about having a child of my own.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, we went on a few dates. And literally by date 4, that was it. Done. Signed, sealed and delivered. And I was like, oh, it's fine. If I don't have a baby, it's fine because I've fallen in love. And that's literally what I was thinking. And then 9 months later, we moved in together. And on the day we moved in, I discovered I was 8 weeks pregnant.
So it's to be.
It was to be.
And you're a happy
It
lady
was to be.
now.
I'm a happy lady now.
That's great.
In fact, we got engaged during lockdown.
That's really brave, man. Domestic issues going up and you two getting married now. You two getting left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it's it was late. It was definitely late in the day. I was 40. I was 41 by the time I had my son. So it was quite late in the day.
So
definitely feel it physically.
So the message to that is that it doesn't matter about how long you wait. Just have patience, and it will all come together.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's nice.
That is what I think.
I think a lot of the people out there's a lot of people out there who will appreciate your experience.
How maybe?
Yeah, they will do. I meet a lot of people who are in that same predicament.
Yeah.
Now, and it's just patience.
Well, you know, it's a bit disingenuous to just let you say that about me, because before I met him, I was not. I was very impatient, and I was like.
We all go through phases. So.
It's a very long single phase of like literally meeting everybody and wondering when it was going to happen for me. And there were a lot of wrong uns, and there were a lot of lovely, lovely, hilarious, wonderful experiences along the way.
Yeah.
I didn't feel very. By the time I met him, I was so, I guess, jaded that I was like, actually, I am better on my own. I am definitely better on my own. Like, that's where I was mentally, and I did believe it at the time as well. I was like, even if it doesn't work out with him, it doesn't matter, because I'm happy on my own. What about you?
I look at it like this. For me, I've got kids already.
Yeah.
I've got 4 kids.
4?
Yeah.
Blimey. How old are they?
Yeah, 25. Well, my daughter will swear she's 16, even though it's not the 24th yet.
Right.
So she's 15, 4-year-old and 1-year-old.
25, 15,
Yeah.
4 and 1.
Yeah. Well, I've been working on the ships, I've been doing lots of different things.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So.
And do you mind me asking, are they all with the same partner?
No, there's different. I decide to settle down, and I realise it's not, so I go off.
Yeah.
Go off, start living life and doing whatever. But I'm in contact with them all, and I pay and all the rest of it. And right now, I live not far from about 300 metres around the corner from my daughter.
Yeah.
Which is great. We're meant to be going jogging together tomorrow.
Okay.
Which is going to be interesting because I don't see her waking up on time.
All right. God, it's 12:30 already.
Yeah.
You don't see her waking up in time.
Yeah.
Good for her.
No, it's not good. It's terrible. It's terrible. She doesn't see anything wrong. Sometimes I phoned her through this lockdown. I said, Akina, you didn't answer the phone. I've only just woken up. It's 3:00.
No.
Yeah.
But I did read somewhere that teenagers, like hormonally, have something in their brain that makes them want to sleep.
Well,
like that's the hormones.
There is that they're just staying up, they're texting each other until 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
So of course.
Which isn't good either.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
Yeah.
I was watching. What is it? I think it's on one podcast or YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Where they have scientists and people come on, and they're explaining that human beings have been on the planet about 78,000 years.
Yeah.
And we've lived by day, not by night. So obviously at night there's danger.
Yeah.
So you go to sleep an hour before.
Yeah.
Have you? So your body repairs itself at night. So staying awake at night through these artificial lights is not good for your body.
Sure.
And stuff.
Yeah.
So we should learn to sleep when night time comes. If you wake up early, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but generally that's what we should learn to do.
Sure.
And then you've got ambient lights as well.
I get that. Yeah.
The guy was talking about when you have ambient lights.
What's that?
So as the sun goes down, the lights in your house are on that bright white light.
Yeah.
So you allow the light bulbs to become the tone of what as the sun's going down.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And
then
at night time you have like a blue light, which doesn't strain your eyes.
Yeah.
And it's actually preparing your body for crashing out.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
In that respect of things and stuff. But I'm happy that you're happy.
Me too. Me too.
Even though I've just met you.
No, it took a long time. It took a while.
Okay.
And you know, the path of love has not always been smooth, you know. It's not always easy.
Yeah.
But we are definitely, we've found a really good rhythm, and
The soulmate.
he's like, yeah, we're just really right together. You know, when my mum met him for the first time, I mean, I'm saying you know, as if you know, and you don't know. But I'll tell you. So I've got 3 brothers.
Okay.
And
You're the youngest?
no, I'm number 2. So I've got my oldest brother is 47,
Yeah.
and there's me 45, and the next one down is 41, and the next one down is 33. There's quite a big age gap between a few of us. So the first time my boyfriend met my family, we went for a pizza in Notting Hill, and it was me and my brothers, my boyfriend, and my parents. And I looked at Mum afterwards. I said, "What did you think? What did you think?" And she said, "Well," she said, "he could have been one of my own." Like, he sort of looks a bit like my brothers. And my older brother's wife once or twice has mistaken him for my brother, and once I mistook him for my brother as well.
Okay.
They've got really similar colouring and a stature and physicality.
Okay.
There's just a total ease with him. It's just totally natural.
So Mummy approved.
It wasn't. They're not like that. My parents are actually not.
Just down to earth.
They're a bit more down to earth than that.
Okay.
There was no sense of approval.
Just meeting them.
Just meeting them.
Greet, yeah.
Meet and greet, and like, I would say it's not so much approval as like, he fits. You know, he fits in.
Yeah.
In a really lovely way,
Yeah.
not passively, just.
He fits the flow of our family.
He fits the flow of our family.
Yeah.
And everyone just gets on with it, you know. And he's, yeah. So it's good. It's all.
Yeah.
It's lovely, actually, mostly. You know, it's not perfect. We have had a couple of humdingers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
I'm
good.
trying to place your accent.
Manchester, and I've been in London for about 15 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
I suppose there's many people with many accents in London. There's been
There are
20, 30 years, isn't
There
there?
are.
So,
do you know, a lot of my friends from Manchester moved to London, and they've all now got quite London, like quite accents where you can't really tell they're from Manchester. They don't sound full on London, but they definitely they've elongated their vowels and whatever, made themselves sound less northern. But I never.
Do you think they've done that purposely?
I don't know. They have. I've spoken to them about it.
Really?
Yeah, they've deliberately done it. Yeah.
They don't want to be seen as a northerner.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's about a rejection of being a northerner, so much as consciously wanting to sound like everybody else.
So
it's not a rejection, it's more
not identity, but being a part of the pack.
Yeah, and there's massive comfort in that. It's nice to be part of the pack. I've never been like that, you know. And sometimes I wish I had. I don't think it's necessarily in my industry. A lot of the people that I work with are, you know, not southern, but definitely kind of present as being quite posh. You know, they speak nicely. And actually a lot of them are southern or seem southern. So sometimes I wish I would be blend in a bit more easily, so that when they're talking to me, they think they're talking to someone who's like them. Whereas sometimes I feel like I'm talking to people and I'm not one of them, so I have to fight that little bit harder to be understood and recognised and respected.
Show your value.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of, is it stigma, would you say?
A tiny bit, but not consciously. Okay. You know, and I think I have a good, I don't know, I think I have a good reputation.
Personality though.
But
for when you jumped into the car, you were just happy. Blah, blah, blah.
That's because I've just had my hair done.
Yeah.
I'm not always like this.
Okay.
But no, yeah, of course, you know, my best self is like a bubbly, chatty, funny self, but that personality isn't always useful in a professional setting when you're trying to sell an idea or convince someone to give you millions of pounds to make a TV show. What you need is a more formal approach, and you need to be able to convince somebody that you're responsible enough with all that money to do the job that you need to do.
surely your history of what you've done already will speak for itself. And I'm looking at your personality as I've seen you. Okay, it's all in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But those are attributes that will contribute to making the person feel comfortable.
They do, totally. But but I don't always feel that it works that way.
Okay.
And that might be my own insecurity.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It probably is.
Because if me as a Londoner, born and bred,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm born in Brixton, up in Putney, Battersea, and if I can feel a certain way, I've seen the ugly of life, I've seen the good of life.
Yeah, I bet you have.
So, I see you're survived by your instinct to understand people.
Yeah.
Or to be able to make an instant judgment in that kind of sense. But yeah, okay. Well, that was a great conversation.
Are we done?
Yes, we're done. Guys, I hope you liked that interview. I know it's much longer than 5 to 10 minutes. I apologise. But
you're going to edit it down,
but I hope you like it. It's a good heart-to-heart. There's a lot more. I got a lot more out of that. I'd actually argue that it's probably one of the best interviews, heart-to-heart, I've had so far in this journey that I've actually managed to get on tape and stuff. But anyway, like and subscribe and share, and feel free to leave a voice message with how you felt about this podcast, this episode, sorry. Don't forget to listen to our other podcast. It's called Africa Investing Stories. It's all about people from around the world who have invested in Africa, whether they're there right now or it's a past investment. They share their experiences from the good, the bad and the ugly. Anyway, have a nice day and stay safe.